We talk about your quarterback, Jason Campbell. You look at that guy. Obviously, he's a big, strong arm. And from the outside, us who aren't in the business, we look at it and say he's got a bit of a slower release. In that West Coast offense, what do you see from Jason Campbell? Can he get that kind of thing done?
Oh, I think he can. And, you know, he's got a long arm, so it's going to take a little bit to get that ball out. But the thing that I'll be looking for is more about how he develops an efficiency in what he does. He's got a decent release. I'm not worried about that at all. But what I'm going to look for is how efficient he is with his feet, so that when he's going to throw the ball, he's doing it on time and with rhythm.
Now, many would say, though, Jason Campbell's not necessarily in the mold of a West Coast quarterback. You also have the speedster in Santana Moss. You talked yesterday about having a great slot receiver in Antoine Randall. But when you look at all this talent on offense, does it really fit in it? Will it be best utilized in that system? I
think it will, and I'm surprised, really, when you look at Jason and how tall he is. I'm surprised how well he moves. He moves very well, and in this case, in the West Coast game, you've got to be able to move. You've got to be able to go left and right, and you also have to be able to avoid in the pocket. And those are the things that really need to take place, and a lot of that has to do with efficiency. I see a quarterback with really good feet, and I think he'll be able to do those things. As far as the threat of our offense and our wide receivers like Santana and all the rest, Antoine, and gosh, we're just going to try to use all the weapons we have.
Now, yesterday I got to joke with you because you talked about how the one thing that bothered you on Jason Campbell is that he was so low down trying to get the snap from Casey Rodlock. So how do you get your center to lift up a little bit and give him a little room?
That's a good point. I've already talked to Joe Bugle to see how we can tweak that center's rear end up a little bit so we can get Jason out of it. And the one thing that we have to do is make sure we don't compromise our center's explosiveness off the line, but they both have to be able to explode away from each other to get the right tempo that I'm looking for.
You were brought in at first.
We'll work on it.
You were brought in first as the OC, obviously, and you've been that in Seattle. And the book on you is you're a great communicator with the quarterback. So now you're the head coach. How do you pull the reins back? Because you have so much now to deal with and not want to jump in there and be in Jason's head.
Well, there's priorities, and I think that working with Jason has got to be my first priority, and I'm going to communicate with him just like I would if I was his position coach, and that's what I'm trying to be. As far as all the managing the entire team, I will do that, and I'll have somebody when I need to break away and have all the other responsibilities. I'll have an assistant to be able to help me with the QBs at that time.